Okay, so I wanted to make this video because I just thought of a new um, clarification under the Second Amendment and how the Second Amendment allows for our use and ability to use motor vehicles and operate them. So to recap here, I don't know why I'm so winded. To recap, the uh, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, first of all, right? And when it comes to nullification, the system wants you to believe that that only the system is allowed to pick out what is null and void, and the people can't treat laws as null and void. Okay, but that's literally the entire purpose of nullification. Because if a law is in direct conflict with the Constitution, then the people have to treat it as null and void because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Therefore, you have no choice. You have no choice. If you're violating the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution, then then you're you're breaking a far worse law. So whatever that is, that's the whole purpose of nullification. Is so if there's ever mix-ups in the law, people can have a clear path towards what the legal standing is. That's the entire purpose of nullification. Okay, so don't let anyone change your mind or thought on that process. Okay, now when it comes to the Second Amendment, the right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, so shall not be infringed means shall not be infringed. It cannot be taken away. Any regulations are for the people, which the people means everyone. So even the children are allowed to have guns. Everyone is allowed to have guns in the system. Okay, and technically, if you want to get down to the technical definitions of the Constitution, and so and what this is for, it's for a well regulated militia. And the purpose of the militia, if you look at countries like in Europe, they have a mandatory thing where the people have to serve inside of the military when they turn 18, right? So there's a mandatory thing where you have to serve in the military in these countries, right? Well, back in the day, we had the militia, and the people would serve on the militia, and the militia would accept everyone. That's why the National Guard. Anyone who tries to tell you that the National Guard is the militia, they are either misinformed, they are a deliberate liar, or an idiot. So basically, the National Guard is is a system, and the system of the National Guard doesn't accept everyone. They have limitations on who can join the National Guard. A true militia is for the people, by the people, of the people, and it allows all people to join the militia. Just like in other countries, like the people were forced to go into the military. It's basically the same type of system, same construct. That's what that was based out of to begin with when they made that. Okay, so the people have the right to bear arms, and all military equipment that's being used in any battlefield anywhere, we're meant to build. The militia is supposed to be able to have equal military might to the military of the country. That way, if the executive branch ever decides to be tyrannical and go against its people, the people have the military might to combat the executive branch deploying its military against the people. Okay, that's the entire purpose of the Second Amendment. Okay, so that's and we don't have that right now because the National Guard literally has limitations. If you don't have a high school diploma, you can't get in. If you have some type of ailment or whatever, you can't get in. It's just like the military, and that is fundamentally, by definition, not a militia. It's a part of the military, and so we don't have a true militia here. But what we're supposed to be able to have is an equally armed system to the military. So we would have nuclear weapons. Technically, we have the right to nuclear weapons. We have the right to tanks. We have the right to RPGs, everything. But most importantly, where I was going to go with this is that the military uses vehicles. the military drives vehicles. The operators in military vehicles in foreign wars do not require licenses. They don't carry licenses. They don't have to have a license. There's no licensing needed because that is their weaponry. That is their armament. A vehicle is an armament because as it is used as an instrument of militarization of war, a vehicle is a armament. Therefore, it is protected under the Second Amendment, and it shall not be infringed. So, your ability to use your vehicle, aka your weapon, and drive it around just as the military does, shall not be infringed. Therefore, this could be taken all the way up to the Supreme Court, and I have a 100% clear. I mean, there's not a single bit of like wiggle room here or anything. There's no like, I don't need to do any skinny Dugans or nothing. It's baked right into the Constitution. So it's extremely powerful there. You don't have to do any of this crazy I'm a traveler and using maritime law and bullshit. You don't need all that. You can go right to the Second Amendment. Second Amendment, your vehicle is a weapon. Vehicles can kill people. Vehicles are used by the military to kill people. Okay? To aid in their ability to kill. And that's exactly what weaponry is for. Arms is short for armaments, which meant the top military equipment of the day, including cannons. And nowadays, that includes all military equipment. Because that's the entire purpose of armaments, is to be able to have the top military equipment to counteract the military force of a tyrannical government. So anyways, that's just my little video I wanted to do here, because I just thought about that, and it's extremely solid. I could drive 100%. No license. Obviously, you'd have to take everything up to the Supreme Court, but I don't see how they could not accept the case because of how powerful it is. Like, it's extremely powerful. And so, yeah, that's that. So, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you're new to this channel, you might want to subscribe because I got lots of good videos like this. I do lots of great shit on here. And sometimes I upload. I haven't uploaded in a long time, but, you know, when I get good ideas like this, I do it. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope y'all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible existence and time. And I'll see you all around the next video. Love you all. Bye.